But yes, we did not see Furina at the end of the Fontaine Archon Quest, which I was kind of disappointed in. But I'm guessing that's what her story quest is here for, to see what happened to her post Fontaine Archon Quest. So yes, I believe without further ado, let's go see how our girl Furina's doing. Yeah, let us begin. Animula Choragi, Chapter 1, The Little Oceanid. Okay, go to the Court of Fontaine's Adventurers Guild. Oh, we're gonna go back to Catherine? Alright. Alright, let's go then. See what our good old Furina's been up to.
Hey Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
You didn't have to be so direct. The more lucrative, the better. Yes, money. Thanks. I need the money.
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
It's always us. Just always pick us. Fuck the other adventurers.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see.
Uh-huh.
Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open.
Oh?
Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
Is it Furina?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical.
Oh.
The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role.
Is Furina trying to put on a play or something?
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
I guess.
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Yep.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas?
Let me be the replacement. I want to do acting.
Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Very true.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester?
Oh.
He's right over there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not Furina.
Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution.
Oh, wait.
Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Okay, theory time. We're gonna recommend Furina as a replacement actress.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder. He looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Got it. We'll go talk to him.
Paimon approves. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
No, no.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already.
I mean, we're famous, but we're no actresses.
But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you?
Oh, darn.
Yeah. This is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Damn.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it?
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
Don't tell me it's like Elazar again or something.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas.
I mean, we know a few acting ladies here and there. We can get Lynette to do it.
What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
I'm carrying 20 million, but I don't want to spend any on this.
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
More isn't the biggest problem. How do you find someone who's a good fit for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Great minds think alike. I was just thinking just that.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
I mean, she's taking a break, isn't she, Furina? Like, come on. She just got off from being the Archon for 500 years. Give her at least a year's worth of break.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
I mean, I guess she's no longer the Archon. She's just a common citizen now, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
I mean, yeah, she's good at acting, but, you know, she's tired of acting. Should we actually give her a break?
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it does make sense that, yeah, she's performed herself a numerous amount of times.
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Okay, so they still... Yeah, the people still respect Furina, even though she's not actually the Archon anymore. You want the show to go ahead, don't you? Aren't you prepared to do whatever it takes?
Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too.
I wonder how Furina would feel though, because... Ain't she supposed to be resting?
I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her. And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Let's go. It'd be good to check in on her anyway.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays?
Yeah, we don't actually know, do we?
Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
As it happens, I have her current address here.
I
can provide it to you.
What? You just have the address of the Hydro fucking Archon? Or the previous
When
one?
did you get here?
Well, Furino, anyways. Ain't that... That's not allowed, is it? That's like doxing, isn't it?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Then again, I guess we're not getting to do anything harmful. We are just going to say hi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
See you later. And begins the Little Oceanid. Is the play gonna be like the Little Mermaid, but it's gonna be Furina as a star?
I can't believe they're seriously asking Lady Furina. Seems a little over the top.
Try not to worry. May I pour you a glass of water?
A glass of water? Not like wine or anything? No, I'm just gonna pour you some water. Oh, wait, okay, so she still lives in Fontaine City. Oh, this is her house. Or is it? Okay, so she lives in, yeah, still lives in Fontaine City, just not in the Palais Mermonia anymore. Yeah, I wonder how's life for her now that she's just a common citizen.
to give us the right address? She lives here?
Why are there magazines outside of the store?
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
I mean, she wants to go back to her normal life. Let her be that way.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Oh, she sounds so sad now.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Ooh, macaroni.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Man, she sounds a lot more sad, but I'm guessing that this is her usual self, which is good and all, but at the same time, yeah, at least she's enjoying her life now, right? Don't you get sick of macaroni every day? Okay, yeah, I have to check something real quick, but yeah, she sounds so much more sad now. It's kind of, yeah.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week,
Ooh.
macaroni and bolognese the next.
I like bolognese.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity!
Okay, she still has a bit of sass left in her.
It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focalors or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
La lettre focalors. Is that really a dish named after her, the Archon?
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
You're just like A.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
No.
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't be mad.
Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being, you know?
Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not important. We actually came here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
If not you, then no one. You're the only person for the job.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now.
She sounds a lot more calm now. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's kind of different in a way, or like very, very different to how she like normally acts. I need time to get used to it. To her like her calm self.
So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
You tell Furina about the Truth's plan for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
Man, it's, yeah, I'm also not used to Furina having like a serious look on her face. Like, jeez.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
I mean, she's been acting for the past 500 years, so she obviously wants a break from that.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, The time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely.
Yeah, true that.
I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Which is understandable. So that's how you really feel.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
I mean, fair enough. She must be tired of acting after basically acting her whole life for 500 years.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare.
Furina, give us acting lessons. Imagine.
Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Aw.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one exception? Don't assume the worst. Some of them respect you.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Well, I guess he's just gonna have to perform with one less actor. Oh well. The quest ends. Just, oh, God damn it. That's all Furina's story quest was.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry.
Jeez.
I didn't mean for that to sound so
Yeah, she
harsh.
sounded angry there.
I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
Teach us. Like, train us to become actors.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Let's come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Yeah, we can't really force her to do it. Like, she kind of deserves this rest, honestly, so... Yeah, I kind of expected she would say no. Well, what now? I mean, this is Furina's story quest, so we're gonna get her back somehow, but... Can I actually knock on the door? Okay, no, I can't. Oh well. Go on and pass the word of Furina's views.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
I need to get out more.
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
You think? Okay, well, Oh, wait, who's this? Who the hell?
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
What is going on here?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
Uh-oh.
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Oh.
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Not good.
Sadly, a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Imagine we've only convinced Furina to join, only for her to find out she's no longer needed. Oh, yeah, that would have been a gut punch. Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down.
Yeah.
So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yeah, it's always good to have a backup plan, you know? Just in case. Like, I don't know, just have them on standby, just in case anything bad happens.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Oh. Wait, Paimon, wait a second. Wait here a second.
Sure.
What, is Furina following us? Oh. What are you doing here?
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
I kind of like how we just grabbed her hand, just like, nah, Missy, you ain't running. Not this time.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
What are you doing here?
Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
She secretly does want to perform, I'm guessing.
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, that's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why didn't you just show yourself? Why were you, just sneaking around the corner?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
I kind of like this, actually. Kind of like straightforward Furina.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe, She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe.
Oh.
And tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
Okay, so Vache got to her. Gay got it.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
Yeah, that's the sad part too. Like, everybody who turned back into Oceanites cannot be turned back into humans, and God knows where the Oceanites are now. Like, after Neuvillette lifted the sins.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then she got dissolved.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray.
Sheesh.
None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
That's so sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
You gonna be, what, the new director?
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway.
I mean, you can at very least be the director. You don't need to perform when you're a director.
I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I mean, she's a Hydro Archon. She doesn't really need money.
I don't need any
Or
compensation.
used to be the Hydro Archon,
All
whatever.
I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
The verdict can bring emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
Come on, Paimon.
You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
Maybe she does. Maybe she secretly wants to get back up there, but at the same time, she's just traumatized from the years of acting.
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Since it's you, I'll do it. Especially since it's related to serial disappearance cases. Alright.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Okie dokes. So Furina is secretly wanting to, be a part of this. I don't know, I kind of like this, more chill version of Furina, where she's, acting more like a normal person than her cocky, arrogant self. Don't get me wrong, I do like her, high and mighty self, how she speaks and whatnot. Because, I don't know, it just has a lot of personality to it. I kind of like it when she's being over dramatic and whatnot, but at the same time, I can understand, she just wants to go back to being normal again. Also, hey, Bodai, hey, welcome to stream, welcome, buddy, welcome. Yep, we're beginning Furina's story quest here, and yeah, just seeing what happens after the Archon Quest. So far, it seems like Furina seems to be fine, just living a normal life as of right now. She can barely cook, but at least she's better than A in one department. Okay, where's the rehearsal location? Oh, here. All right, enter. Don't climb on the door. I mean, enter the building. Hey, this is a fancy-looking stage. It is kind of small.
Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
Okay, yeah, The Little Oceanid is the performance. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be the same as The Little Mermaid.
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished,
Then finding actress was the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about.
This place only gonna be is it only gonna be yeah, there's only 4 people in this whole ass freaking department. Jeez, no wonder nobody's going to your performances.
The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form. Despite the protests of her family, she longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
Sounds very similar to somebody we know.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script.
Damn, not even the ending planned?
We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
True.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from 2 of our main actors.
Really? Damn, you're really unprepared for this.
The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
So he'll just be there. He's no rehearsing at all whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go spiffingly.
Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing.
Or, will be good, considering you're very, very much unprepared.
But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
You're gonna just short through the doorstep with Furina and just like, hey, get back in.
Makes sense.
Get your ass over here.
Priority number 1. Let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson.
Oh, right. Is something wrong? Yeah, she still feels guilty about those people that died there.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Let us depart. Man, this is a very, very tiny stage show, I will say. It's like a stage play for children.
You're off to Poisson to find Paulo, right? Have a safe trip. We'll take care of the troop while you're gone.
Then again, the Little Mermaid is a kid's play, anyways. Why is there a bed here? Why is there a singular bed here? There's someone sleeping next to the stage or something?
Pressure's on now. We gotta make sure we're fully prepared.
They're just as unprepared as me for a math test. Like, yeah, you're missing 2 of your key members. You're missing the script, and you haven't even rehearsed even once. That's just a recipe for disaster. But hopefully now that Furina's here, everything should work out in the end. Oh yeah, I do wonder. Okay, pardon my curiosity, but I do want to go back and go to the grave site. Because I want to see if it's like updated to include Malus and Silver, considering they're also dead and all. I mean, they don't have bodies to bury, but still. There's gotta be like some memorial for them, right? Ah, wait. Oh, I can't check any of the graves, but I'm pretty sure this grave here was not before. Like, yeah, I don't remember this being here. Yeah, this might be the grave of Malus and Silver. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna go casually farm the trees next to them. Yeah, I don't remember this ring of flowers being here, nor this grave being here, so that's nice. Although I do wish we could like read the grave to confirm that it is either Malus or Silver. Oh well. Didn't they run a fish shop?
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Goddamn. Bitch, you live like this?
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
Yes.
Alright. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
Also, Lady Furina's here.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
Okay, did not expect to see Navia here. I mean, then again, it's Poisson, so... Hey, how's it been?
I was wondering if we might run into her.
You know, come to think of it, yeah, these two haven't really talked to each other.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, really? Have you made the arrangements for your banners to be released soon? Because I want to pull for you.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
What's happening?
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Aw.
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
She still feels bad.
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done, which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe.
Yeah, I would expect some people to still hold a grudge. Which is a sad thing.
To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina.
Oh, so... Okay, so not to not upset the people, it's like it's like somebody wearing have the same outfit as Furina or something.
It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Yeah, because some people would hold a grudge here after what happened, after the flooding.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me.
Navi's like, yeah, surprisingly strong. She lost so much throughout the Fontaine Archon Quest. Yeah, she's still, like, standing as if nothing happened.
Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Yeah, Navia. Thank you. Hope to see you again in 4.3.
Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Oh, come on. You can still talk to, like, Neuvillette and whatnot, right? Because he, of all people, should understand your burden the most. Yeah, I kind of hope him and her and Neuvillette talk again. I hope they just, like, don't stay, like, yeah, I hope they don't just say, like, separated. And just never talk to each other ever again. Because that'd be kind of sad. Uh-oh, people are eyeing on us. Uh-oh.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
I'm sure some people didn't buy Navia's lie.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful.
Yeah, not a good lie, all things considered, Navia.
I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you're taking in a bit too much in one go? Me too, it's not like you.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Ah, fuck. They're not saying quiet either.
Probably time we made a move.
Yeah, let's get before they get violent.
How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Continue accompanying Furina as she unwinds. Also, don't mind me, I'm just gonna go ahead and steal your shit. That's surely to make you guys a lot more happy. If we're closest friends, why did she want to duel us in the beginning? It's called character development. A lot of shit has happened ever since Act 1. I'm sure she just, wanted to duel us because she's obligated to, as when she was acting as a Hydro Archon. I thought I could talk to you for some reason. Yeah, are people gonna be happy about us? About the Hydro Archon boarding, their main base of operations? Or will, the people they blame their closest ones' deaths on?
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
I agree, actually. I kind of prefer chill, not Furina now.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant.
Yeah, what Celestia did was fucked. We definitely need to, I don't know, fight back against them at some point.
They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear. And I became more lonely and isolated.
Bit off topic here, but after this, I kind of want to go to the Fountain of Lucine and see if Furina's still crying there. It should have stopped, right? Because it's over now. She no longer has to cry, but I guess maybe she will, because she still feels bad for all the lives that she could have saved, or for deceiving all the people of Fontaine for so long.
Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves.
There's a little kitty back there.
Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Thank you of your freedom as your reward.
Reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart. You don't have to be anguished and alone anymore.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know.
Man, yeah. Off topic here, but I've seen like a lot of people like saying that they feel bad for Furina and like we're sorry that they were hating on her before. Like I wasn't any of those people. I wasn't any of those people who hated Furina. Like I loved her ever since she was like first showed up. Like, because she was like so expressive and whatnot. I kind of liked her bratty personality, but I never really hated her, which is why I never really felt bad for hating on her because I never did. But yeah, I do know tons and tons of people online are like are saying like Furina turned from like their least liked character to like their most liked character, like in just that one arc in Quest, which is kind of nice to see.
That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
What Paimon meant to say was she doesn't like to see you so down. Don't you feel better having gotten all this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Hopefully.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Yeah, protect Furina. Honestly, she really deserves like the break she deserves, and all the love she can possibly get. Okie day, are you done yet?
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
My fish and chips are delicious.
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Wow.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Hey you, shut the fuck up.
We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead.
Man, why didn't we get any of that food? Come on.
Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Hopefully. Let's hope he's done before fucking riots begin in here of Furina's appearance.
Right! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
A very, very big one, apparently.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane. He outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
The boar? Are they actually going to be wearing costumes of Oceanids and boars? Oh god.
sorry.
Nah, I'm a Paimon on this one. That's fucking funny, the picture.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid.
Wait, is this referencing the quest in the Azakusa's Ordo? Like the one with the tiny Oceanid Anna and the boar that was supposed to be a dog?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Okay, maybe it's not referencing that.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
Is it? Oh wait, is it something? Oh yeah, maybe it's something Furina said.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy.
Wait, no. Yeah, that's what focalors said to Furina, right?
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
So in a sense, she and Furina are the same.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated,
What the
they decided they didn't want me anymore.
What a shitty ass family. What? Oh, you can't be cured. You have cancer, so we're gonna abandon you. Get out of my house. Who the fuck does that?
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time.
Jeez.
It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
Damn, she's like the mother you actually wanted. Not like that shitty family you had before.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage.
Back the fuck up. You child of a murderer? What?
The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it.
Can we go back to the part where your dad's a murderer? What the fuck was that about?
One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yep.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, now you're finally out.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Considering that he lives here, would he be happy about Furina being here?
Furina? The Furina?
Okay, never mind, he is.
How did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script.
All right, let's hear it. Don't suck.
I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling
Oh, we
city.
actually got storyboards here.
But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing.
Oh.
The soil is becoming arid. Plants and flowers are withering. And the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the freshwater to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Pollution? Okay, that's not where I thought the story was going. So it's all the humans' fault.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
I mean, water does hold the strongest emotions of the people, so maybe.
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret.
Oh boy, Mr. Fedora over here on the left is gonna spill everything.
The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away.
Oh shit.
Faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover and the rest of humanity.
Oh, bad ending.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
Why not make her the hero, you know? For what could have been.
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
No. Why the fuck would we write that?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending. To me.
Yeah.
And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless.
Yeah, but fiction and reality don't have to be the fucking same, dude.
On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
Yeah, thank God we killed that fucker Vache, or, you know, the victims killed her. So I'm pretty sure the director did have revenge at the end.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
True, yeah. Why would she suddenly ask you to go out of the city?
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Well, then he must know what's happened.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me.
Okay, calm down, fellas. It's not a competition.
Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aureli.
What? You kept that one quiet.
Way to reveal that out of the blue.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away.
Damn, rejected.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners.
Ouch.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troop, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troop no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Eesh.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
That's respectable. I'm for one don't want to end it on a bad note.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Vilmont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Vilmont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, because she's been through every single pain in Fontaine.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone. Allons-y.
Elonzi. Okay, I thought, okay, good, we're leaving Poisson. I thought we had to, like, fight people in Poisson or something because they were gonna, like, incite rebellion or something. Thankfully not. Thankfully, Navia's people are civil. Okay, look for Vilmont. Is he really gonna be here in the middle of nowhere?
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Alright, fat jokes later. We need to find this man. And he's here, apparently. Up!
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour.
You're not gonna do anything, Furina?
Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. As Furina said so herself.
Okay, so they do know about the focalors sacrifice. Why is Lumine back there with the fucking blankest expression on her face now? Hold on, I want to take a screenshot of that. That's just too funny. Her fucking deadpan expression back there.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Says Levy. This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense?
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a thread here. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help us out, would you?
Hang on, another screenshot. I want to take that.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
I mean, I do have her, so you can see it
Sorry
anyways.
to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Besides, it's a Hydro and Cryo Slime anyways. I mean, they can still see Furina fight, albeit she won't be able to do any summons. Ow. That hurt.
Into the wind.
Like, yeah, if it was Pyro Slimes, maybe, but but these guys are Hydro. Also, I realized I don't have really, like, any party members to break the cryo shield.
The wind knows me.
So this may take a bit.
As one with wind and cloud.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on Cosmo for this one.
One with nature.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go. Physical Furina. Poke his ass. Oh, jeez. Sometimes I forget how busted the summons are.
Clouds high. The birds call.
The birds call. Hey, let's get rid of the good old Hydro Slime here. Whoa! 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 Did you guys fucking see that?
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Did you guys fucking see that? I got fucking launched through the fucking heavens. Holy shit, Kazuo just went straight to Celestia for a second there. Hang on, I kind of want to heal here and recover my HP. But you guys fucking see that? Holy shit. Okay. Where to next? Oh, up there. Hang on, I'm gonna switch back to Usha, Furina here. Alright, continue to wear... Oh shit, I thought it meant to take the thing. I did not realize he lived in a tent down here. Hold up. There he is.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Delphi explains the whole situation of events so far to Wilmette.
You think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
After? Why?
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us.
Oh.
We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
You sure you should have said that out loud, buddy?
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
Jeez. Harsh much.
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship.
Uh-oh.
In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Okay.
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director.
Oh.
It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized...
The drinks were from the Primordial Sea. Right?
The drink in question was...
Uh-huh.
Synth.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Yep, I remember it induces a state of euphoria, but it also causes significant harm to the body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
And what, they dissolved her?
But things only got worse from there.
Uh-huh.
The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers. You gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. Eee.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Shit, that's...
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Uh-oh.
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
Come on, it's not like he's the one who actually did the killing.
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
Jeez, come on. Let's not get to that now.
End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Well, she's not exactly dead. She's just an oceanid now.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you!
Yeah, listen to Furina.
Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think hard.
I mean, she did
about
save
what
you
that
all from...
means. And then think
Yeah.
again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured?
Ouch. I mean, harsh, but true.
But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
I mean, yeah, goes more to show that, yeah, those two are very, very similar, Furina and her.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What
Yeah.
are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims.
True.
If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on Aurelie's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
I mean, how though? we don't know. We don't know Aurelie herself, so how would we figure out what's hers?
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia.
Oh.
The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
I guess they confiscated or kept the lost goods of the victims. Oh yeah, if we're going back to the Palais Mermonia, please talk with Neuvillette again. I hope that the two of you talk again. I really want to see how he feels about Furina now. Well, back we go. Yeah, I really want them to talk again. Because I feel like there's such a missed opportunity for the two not to talk after the whole arc was over. At least have Neuvillette give some words of comfort to Furina, But I guess we'll see if that happens. Hey Neuvillette, look who decided to pay the visit. And he's not here. Well, shit. Okay, well, look for the former true belongings in Palais
You want to
Mermonia.
review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Okay. Sadine receives a side member. Okay.
So, this is all Aurelie left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary.
Oh.
Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vachey's guilt.
Vachey took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Yeah, all for fucking trying to bring her wife back, who now hates her.
I guess
Or him,
Aurelie
my
must
bad.
have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Okay. Wow, okay, 4 pages. Someone else was taken. That makes 6, or perhaps a 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was it yesterday? Maybe not. I long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned, but nobody's given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than crazy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I've given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is who I am losing my grip. Oh. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them important. Please farewell, apologize. Life perform, future. Regret, Sleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others handwritten with many crossing outs and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and this was the personal notebook of the artistic director Aurel.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her, and she had to wait for her own death in silence. Yeah, that's truly fucked.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Oh. Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded notebook, there are 2 new lines that Aurel has written, in handwriting much more legible than before. But it seems like they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is that truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them, I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this still what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Okay. Well, seems like we're not gonna run into Neuvillette here. That's kind of sad. I hope at some point in the future, like in a future quest or something, they both talk again. Because if anybody can comfort, yeah, Furina here of what she's been through, it's gonna be Neuvillette. Well, not just us, but yeah, Neuvillette too. Because, you know, the two have been friends for like, 500 years, so it would only make sense that they trust each other to that extent. Okay, bring the director's diary back. I will say this quest just does seem more oriented towards the this NPC True here, rather than Furina herself. But then again, it's still somewhat focused on Furina, so I have no complaints about that, but still, all the same, I kind of hope we get back to Furina's, yeah, hopefully, the focus shifts more towards Furina soon enough. I know that's like a common complaint in most story quests, that they're more NPC focused than actually the character of the story quests being. Because yeah, I know that's a lot of complaints with like Sino's quest and Nilu's quest, that they weren't really focused on them as a character, and just more focused on the NPCs, and they were just along for the ride. I somewhat agree with that sentiment, but all the same, some of those quests can still be pretty good, and also emphasize the characters as well. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully we don't stick with the truth for too long, and actually go back to Furina's viewpoints. Also, I gotta say, these bushes respawn fucking quickly. Like, the second you look away from them, they just come back. Anyways, time to deliver that letter. Or diary. I didn't mean to climb in the door. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calm down, come together, and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
I just have the feeling.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal.
No?
During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
A what?
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe.
Yeah, even though it's only like 4 people.
All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Wouldn't the opera applicants do?
Procure a stage?
Oh, wait, like make the stage props or something?
It's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Yep.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, though that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Believe in yourselves. Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
So don't you dare fuck up.
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Neuvillette.
Oh, we are meeting
I know
him.
just where to find him.
Good. Okay, well, I might as well talk to everybody before I go on ahead. Okay, can't talk to you.
Best of luck to you.
Why is there a cello next to you? I thought this was a play, not a musical.
First Miss Furina, now the Opera Epiclese? If only the director was still with us.
Hey, come on. There's no point in dwelling on that now. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you're right. Now's not the time to get all melancholy.
During the final scene, maybe we should stop the music just before Cleo takes the stage?
Well, let's hope this play will be a success. Let's go see our boy Neuvillette. Oh, he's over here apparently. Yeah, I am kind of glad we are seeing Neuvillette in this. Cause yeah, I do want them to talk one last time, like at the Archon Quest.
Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
I mean, they know each other for 500 years, so shouldn't be that hard.
Be here.
Hey, there you are.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You shared the story of the Little Ocean of Neuvillette, along with the backstory.
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Do I look excited?
I mean, you seem happier than usual.
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
Off topic, but I can't help but see like Neuvillette as like Furina's dad now, like after all that's happened. It's almost like a father-son relationship, or no, father-daughter relationship. At least that's how I kind of see it. And then, well, at the same time, they're kind of like the same age, so.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life.
Yeah, look at that. You can't tell me it's just like a dad being proud of her daughter kind of moment like there.
Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
It's like very, very similar to like the relationship between like Zhongli and Hu Tao. Like Hu Tao kind of sees like Zhongli as as a second grandpa almost. That's how I picture Furina's and Neuvillette's relationship now.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Neuvillette.
You are very welcome.
Very well.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included.
Oh, he enjoyed them too?
I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
That's kind of nice. Alright, return to rehearsal and assist with the rehearsal. Yeah, I always thought like Neuvillette saw Furina as like an annoying brat, but it's nice to know that yeah, he does truly care about her, even after she's like declared not the Archon. I mean, yeah, he would understand the most because you know he's actually met focalors and understand the burdens of Furina. Okay, this quest is just overall, it's just like heartwarming. That's what I feel like. Yeah, this quest is like mostly about
Good
just.
news, everyone. It's done. The opera epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
Then also, you know, we've been pretty close for the past few years.
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity. But we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
You actually got along well? That's fantastic.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing. Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up.
Was that last comment really necessary, Paimon? Oh well, I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
All right.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Oh, hey. Okay, well, judging by this photo, I think things aren't exactly going well. Hey, okay, well, things seem to be going well. And they're acting out the play. Man, these are all really, really good pictures.
She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
Damn, okay, we're damn, already acting? Jeez. I thought we would get like a bit more time with these guys, but no, just straight to the stage.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Oh no.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
He just like forcefully drags him off the stage. Uh-oh.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only.
She wants to perform, doesn't she?
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage.
Is she not feeling well again?
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Shit.
No, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
Uh-oh.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
Oh no.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
Okay, well, should we need that replacement right about now?
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Come on, Furina, step up.
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask.
No, Raiden, you can't join on my world just yet.
Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Yep, and you had to come to this.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
Let's go.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart, despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure. She never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
It's very, very similar to my own character. Wow, how surprising.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Time to step up. That slow motion walk. Or maybe it's not slow motion, maybe she's just walking very, very slowly and dramatically. Up. Cutscene time? Cutscene time. Let's fucking go.
Is she here yet?
Must she get here?
Damn, this is one great ass play.
You're wrong. She's here.
Oh shit, this is actually kind of cool. Oh, singing? Oh shit. Let's go, Queen. That's like legit French singing, right? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and just listen.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
Can't exactly do the wish like this now, can we?
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Oh, shit. Oh, this is so beautiful. Holy shit! Hoyo, what are you cooking right now? Holy shit! Wait! She gets a vision? That's how she gets her vision. Holy shit. Oh my god. Round of fucking applause. That was so good. Holy shit. I guess some people are still on the fence because, you know, Furina, yeah.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
How do you not recognize her?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
Is that Lady Furina? Who the fuck else dresses like that?
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Okay, I guess we're pretending it's not Furina.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
Yeah, we'll put it like that.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything.
Yeah, she's actually wearing the vision on her body. That's fucking sick.
It felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind. They're gonna just straight up say our name.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
How did I not know? Who else dresses like that?
She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later, which is still kind of a pain, you know?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't think the vision appearing was planned.
Flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one.
Oh, that was supposed to happen. Never mind. Okay, so it's planned.
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
Hey, wait. I just realized, is her vision... Her vision has, like, little, like, dragon teeth on it or something. Like, yeah, the pointy ends are not on the other visions, are they? Yeah, I think her vision's different from everybody else's.
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Let's hope she hasn't, like, died or something, like, while the performance is going on. Because that'd be a really, really sad end. Oh, hey, this is an Inazuman.
Did anyone see where Miss Furina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
Dude, what's an Inazuma doing all the way over here?
I thought Cleo's actress sang very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see who else I can talk to. Yeah, a whole bunch of people are here.
I wasn't expecting such an incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah, their technique could use some polish, but the performance in general felt very believable. Hit all the right emotional notes. I think it'll stay with me for a while.
Good lord, there's a bunch of people talking here.
What a surprise! Seeing Miss Furina on the stage? This ticket was money well spent.
Yeah, I agree. Say what you want about her, but she's flawless when she's on stage.
I someone hope Furina continues acting, like maybe like after a break, because she's so good at it, and I do want to see like I don't know, like more events in the future where Furina does like put on another player. So that'd be kind of fun, actually. Like yeah, if she just brings in the Fontaine cast for like a little play, like she does in her demo. I really want that to like happen, like in an event one of these days. Like yeah, like her demo where like it's just complete chaos and yeah, everybody's just playing their own parts. Even Neuvillette for some reason. Alright, return to see Dolphy and Nawick. God, we've really come a long way since the beginning of Fontaine, haven't we? Okay, well, oh wow. Oh, she's going, okay, she's all the way back at the prop house. Or the rehearsal stage. Let's head on back. Yeah, I didn't expect that to be like the origin of how she got her own vision. So that's how she got it. And now she can fight and use hydro powers. It would be really weird though, like if like she was given like she was enacting the role of the Hydro Archon, but she got like a different like element of vision. Like she gets a pyro one for some fucking reason. How confused would people be if that ever happened? I can't imagine. Okay, she's okay.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage! You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning!
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Yeah. Honestly, it'd be a shame if they like actually disband out to this. They should keep going. if I were have a say in this.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Alright, get married, you two already.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Yep. Classic couple. Even Paimon's just like...
Any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
Yeah, just keep going, I say.
You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
Man, it's not what they want, is it?
No, we should still disband.
Damn, that's a heavily missed opportunity, though.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Yeah, maybe one day there'll be a grand reunion.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I gotta see that cutscene again. That was so good, man.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe.
Okay, so I do wonder who was acting as Furina during like when she was singing. I assume it had to be like a different actor, like an actual French singer that was singing as Furina and doing that. But god yeah, that was such a good fucking cutscene. Oh, I've definitely gotta like watch it over and over. And I really didn't expect her to get her vision right there. That's actually a very brilliant way to give her like her hydro powers back, like on stage.
After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely want to see more plays with Furina in it. Hopefully she does another one, like, I don't know, in the future, even though she hates them. But still, it's kind of clear that she can't stay away from the stage forever.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
That is kind of unfortunate, I will say.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go, until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined.
Yeah.
Maybe Neuvillette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand, just do whatever feels right for you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Ah, that was a good story quest. I like that. I do wish it were a bit longer, but still, that was perfect.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to all the NPCs here, but yeah, I'm kind of glad that Furina's still happy, like, after the events of the whole Archon Quest, because she really needed some happiness in her life after all the shit she's been through. Yes, I have seen, like, that music video that Hoyo posted on their, YouTube channel. We'll look at it in a second here, like, after I'm done talking to everybody here, but yeah.
Now that the buzz is
I do want to hear this song
ready
again.
to pass out.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for.
Furina should do cameos in events in the future, like with festivals like Monset Liwi and Inazuma. Oh yeah, she really should, yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, if this is her way of, like, traversing Tavad. Because she's a free person now. She doesn't have to be tied down to Fontaine anymore. She's a regular person. So yeah, she could definitely, like, visit other regions and perform there if she so wishes to. That's actually not a bad idea.
But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
And last but not least, our girl here.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I'm pretty sure they do. And ladies and gentlemen, that draws the end of Furina's Archon Quest. Not Archon Quest, but Story Quest. Goddamn, this was a really, really good act. I know this is pointless, but... yeah, goddammit. If only Nahida's power worked outside of Sumeru. Now actually I do kind of want to see Furina and Nahida meet. I want Furina to go ahead and meet all the other Archons, because she's definitely worthy of their praise, and I would definitely like to see her meet them. Even though she's not actually the Archon anymore. But yeah, that is the end of Furina's Story Quest. It was so good. Yeah, just hit all the right beats and everything. And yes, now I can go ahead and start listening to her voice lines because yeah, I know that she has a vision now and she's not actually the Archon no more. So yeah, I think we will listen to her, the voice lines regarding her, like from the Archons and whatnot. But yeah, before we get into listening to all the voice lines and whatnot, yes, I am gonna go ahead and bring up that thing you said. Okay, and yeah. There's both the cutscene and the singing, but since we just seen the cutscene, I think we'll hear the singing. Yeah, La Voglette. I hope I'm saying that right, but yes, I'm pretty sure this is Furina's singer, or yeah, the woman who played Furina singing in the cutscene. Yeah, they even had the same name, so yeah, let's go ahead and have a listen. Actually, yeah, let's listen to that one more time. It was so fucking good. I have to listen to it one more time. Oh, you mix. Oh, you truly outdone yourself to that one. Yeah, Hoyoverse is fine. Even without you painting, they're still gonna make out bangers. Wow, even the singer got all dressed up and everything. Would have been cool if she like actually dressed up as Furina, but that might have been a bit too far. Oh, fucking magnificent. She sounds like, she looks like Hermione from Harry Potter. She kind of does actually, now that you say that. God, this just makes me want to learn French now. Also like that she's wearing a blue dress like Furina. I wonder if is this the same singer who sang in Furina's demo? I'm willing to bet it is, because they sound so similar. So good. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Yujin singing during Lantern Ride. It almost gives off that exact same vibes. But I don't know, this one just feels a bit more grand because, you know, it's more personal to Furina. God, so good. It almost makes me sad that Fontaine's, like, the story's over now. Because yeah, it was so good, and I do want to see more of where Fontaine goes. Obviously, we still have like the character quest and whatnot to look forward to, but man, it's kind of sad to think that this is the end of Fontaine, and we're just moving on to Natland by next year. Maybe kind of sad actually, because I for one didn't really miss Sumeru, I didn't really miss Inazuma, but I have the feeling as soon as we depart for Natland, I'm gonna miss that heavily. I'm gonna miss Fontaine heavily. God, it was this arc of Genshin is just so good. I bet it is. You can look at the description of at this vid and the demo of the people share background in the comments. Oh yeah, Yujin's more personal, but to Shenhe. But then again, it's not Shenhe the one singing it, so I'd say it's like somewhat separate from Yujin. But yeah, even here, first Yujin singing in Chinese and Furina singing in French. We need more of these. Definitely, we definitely need more of these in the future. Hoyo, please do more of these. Like get a Japanese singer to sing in Inazuma or something, and also like I don't know, like a British singer to sing in Mondstadt or something of the sorts. I want more of these. Definitely so. Genshin really popping off the Fontaine arc. I swear, yeah, literally, it's like the best arc of Genshin as of right now. I wonder, yeah, if they're gonna keep up this quality and it's just gonna keep going higher and higher, how good is Natland gonna be? Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what Hoy is cooking up with the next few updates and whatnot. But yeah, let's go ahead and return to Genshin. We will now listen to some of Furina's voice lines and also some of the comments from the other Archons to see what to think about her. And also, yeah, we'll also look at Neuvillette's voice lines, just see if anything changes. Yeah, I'll listen to her voice lines now, see if there's anything... Oh yeah, let's listen to her essential voice lines.
I'm really not accustomed to using a vision.
Uh-huh.
Oh, why don't you teach me? I nearly forgot. You've never used a vision either.
And I will admit, I was kind of spoiled on this when I heard this voice line for the first time when I was ascending Furina. It's kind of strange that they put this in her Ascension voice lines when you never even played her story quest yet. But hey, I kind of expected, or like, it's not really too big of a spoiler. Actually, it was kind of a big spoiler, but at the same time, like, I was still really, really shocked when she got her vision, so it's all good.
The strength gained through my own hard work is truly fulfilling. Thanks for your support. That's more like it. As expected, my dazzling side comes through in any situation. I didn't know you cared so much about me. Does that mean that you still need my power? But given the way I am now, there's a chance I won't be able to give you everything you need. All you really care about is me?
Aw.
In that case, then let us act out our future journey together.
That's actually kind of heartwarming. She deserves a lot of love, like, especially the shit she went through. Oh yeah, what's her birthday voice line?
Happy birthday! Here, please take this ticket as your gift. It's a VIP seat to see Happy Day.
Happy
Just
Day?
don't forget to show up to the performance. What's Happy Day? Well, I wanted to keep it a surprise, but it's an opera that I've rehearsed personally.
Oh.
It's about a big group of people that gather together to celebrate a certain very important person. You understand now, right? Just don't forget to come.
That's actually a great birthday present. Holy shit. She's willing to enact a whole opera for us for our birthday. That's kind of, wow, really, really grand. Like, what's a receiving gifts voice line? These ones are always kind of funny.
Oh, what a rich aroma and delicate texture. I didn't expect you to be such an accomplished cook, with a refined taste as well. Too ordinary. Such an uninspired dish will never have my approval. Ugh. Is this what you usually eat? Seems I'll have to share some of my macaroni with you.
Yeah, you guys don't mind if I take a second here to just listen to all her voice lines, right? Yeah, we might as well since her story quest is done and all. We'll leave a few ones here out every once in a while though.
What sauce should I pick for my macaroni tonight?
It's the thing is she really just gonna eat macaroni for pretty much the rest of her life now? Because that's the only thing she can cook. Like, good lord. Like, she's better than Raiden when it comes to cooking, obviously, but still, just macaroni can't be good for you.
The Queen's Crown still doesn't have a sequel yet? Pity. A classic like that, where justice overcomes evil, never gets old.
And yes, I am interested in hearing her voice lines about, like, yeah, all the characters. Okay, so she has one for Lyney and Lynette, Neuvillette. There's two for Navia. There's one for Arlecchino, Charlotte, Wriothesley, Clorand. Okay, so yeah, those will unlock over time as we get more friendship EXP with her. But yeah, for the meantime, yeah, I think that'll do it for listening to Furina's voice lines. Yeah, let's actually listen to the Archons and Neuvillette and see. Yeah, I'll see Neuvillette first, see if he has any different voice lines about Furina. Oh yeah, okay, see, he unlocked these ones after, I guess, complete the Archon Quest. Yeah, I want to see if there's anything about Furina, though. Oh yeah, he also has voice lines about each of the Archons. I kind of want to hear that, too. Yeah, let's actually listen to Neuvillette's voice lines here, because I haven't heard them before yet.
Nothing will stop me from rendering judgment on each of the 7. As the Archon who won the authority of Geo, Deus Ori must be called to trial.
Deus Ori, what's that mean?
If they do not wish to see us on opposite sides of a conflict, they need not worry, for I intend to stay in Fontaine for the foreseeable future, which could well mean another 400 years. As another point of consolation, even when the trial eventually takes place, it is still not a given that the judgment will lead to a physical confrontation.
So he wants to judge Zhongli.
I shall fulfill my vow to judge all of the 7 in turn, even if the sky should fall and the ground give way. As the recipient of the authority of Animo, the god of breeze and hope must also stand trial. He spends most of his time being a harmless drunkard. Well, even so, I must meet him for myself and proceed from there.
I kind of find it that it's kind of funny to picture this to travel just like, yeah, Venti, you want to judge him? Yeah, he might be too drunk for him to be judged. Okay, and about A now.
As a survivor of the dragon race who has regained my full dragonhood, I must fulfill my oaths and obligations, even if it means returning all the water in the oceans back to the heavens. In taking the authority of Electro, the Narukami placed herself on the list of the usurpers. She will... Oh. You say she has isolated herself in the plane of Euthymia, and rarely appears in public. Then I shall pay her a visit in another few centuries.
Neuvillette's really like, just damn, really? The Archons are reduced to this shit? Really? Okay, and wonder what he says about Nahida now.
Though the day will come when I put her on trial, I must commend the god of verdure on her sense of responsibility. Few things are without flaws in this world, but the devotion and benevolence she displays are a testament to her commitment to continued progress. I felt enormous regret when I learned of the mistreatment she has endured over the past 500 years.
Hey, protect Nahida. Okay, and then what about Furina?
Now the curtain has finally fallen on her performance. The character she portrayed was an
yeah, this is after the Archon Quest.
In playing that role, she fulfilled her duties. Though she is meek and full of doubt by nature, she was able to use madness to stiffen her resolve and see her duty through to its conclusion. The work that she has done over the centuries is truly immense. If she were to ever make a return to the stage,
which she is,
I should personally attend the performance and give her my heartfelt applause.
That's good.
Yes. I must do so when the opportunity arises.
It's a great old dad supporting her daughter. At least that's how I see it. Okay, so yeah, we'll also look at the other characters' voice lines about Furina. I don't have Venti, so unfortunately we won't be able to see that here, but I may have a look at it, like, when I switch accounts later on. Like, yeah, if we have time, I'll switch to my alt scan and also look at Venti's voice line about Furina. Yeah, let's look at Zhongli's first. Alright, and ask about Hydro Archon. Well, Furina. Yeah, there he is.
She made a contract with her own self to save the nation. Strictly adhered to it for over 5 centuries without once wavering, and even fooled the heavenly principles in the end. I have great respect for approaches to justice that place exacting demands not only on others, but also on the self. Though her divinity has vanished, and the throne of the Archon is no more, Furina will go down in Fontaine's history as a god of justice worthy of recognition.
Hey, so that's kind of good, that people still regard her as the god of justice, even though she's not actually a god no more. Alright, well, hey, what does she have to say about Furina? Morax, there we go.
For 5 centuries, I dueled the Raiden Shogun in my personal realm of consciousness.
Oh yeah.
To confirm the steadfastness of my will. Yet this Furina you speak of, though possessing only a frail human body, committed herself to acting out her part every second of every day for 500 years. A true battle of the spirit. Her willpower has indeed reached the level of a god.
I'm kind of glad they did this voice line, because I have seen some people saying, oh, Raiden dueled her puppet self for 500 years, while Furina, all she had to do was act out as a different person for 500 years. Clearly, Raiden has it tougher. But no, like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Furina has to suffer, like, by being a different person for straight 500 years and has to try to keep up that facade no matter what. And she's, like, constantly stressing every day that people will find out eventually. Like, that's very, very different from, like, being, like, fighting for, like, 500 years like Raiden does. And besides, Raiden's strong anyway, so I feel like those 500 years were, like, nothing to her. So yeah, definitely Furina has suffered a lot more in that department. But hey, it's not exactly like, it's not a competition of like who suffers more. So yeah, we're not gonna compare that. And lastly, Nahida, because I don't have Venti on this account. Okay, and yeah, what does she have to say about Furina? There we go.
People often say that wisdom isn't about what you know, but knowing what you can change. It is beyond question that the prophecy was carved into ermine so long ago. And while it may look like nothing has changed, it also seems like everything has. I think we both know her to be smart enough to turn the fate of the world around.
Yeah, so all the Archons pretty much have like a good amount of respect for Furina, even though she's not actually the Archon no more. Man, I really want her to meet the other Archons. Can we get that, Hoyo? Can we get like an event in the future where Furina just goes to the other nations and just meets up with the Archons? And you know, just so like she knows like she's well respected, even though she's not actually an Archon no more. Can we have that, Hoyo, please? I guess we'll have to wait and see.